Children's Tumor Foundation is dedicated to funding and driving innovative research that will result in effective treatments for neurofibromatosis.
Hey, I hope you're all strapped in for episode 8 because we're about to drive headfirst into a wall of fun.
Wow, that's a bad analogy.
No, I realized as soon as it came out of my mouth.
That is really dark.
Look, I'm filled with embarrassment and shame and a little bit of Bailey's.
Moving on. Let's bring us out of the dark with a little bit of magic.
How are you doing that?
Oh, you like that? Well, how about this? Flaremos!
Oh, hell no!
And watch this. Howie, it's okay. To get us back on track, here's Broadway's Harry Potter, James Snyder, while I go console my Howie.
"100 miles till I get home to you. This faded sign is telling me it's true. And that old river road keeps leading me home. It's 100 miles till I get home to you. I got nothing but the stars for company, and this faded yellow line as far as I can see. It's 100 miles till you're right there with me. Old river road, keep leading me home. Old river road, don't got much time. Old river road, smooth and gravel and stone. Got 100 miles till I can make her mine. Got 100 miles till I can make her mine. Ooh. Old river road, keep leading me home. Old river road, you know me well. Old river road is melt and gravel and stone. It's 100 miles as far as I can tell. It's 100 miles as far as I can tell. There's 100 things I wish I'd never seen, of life and death and everything between. But this darkness will fade, even wars can be unmade, in the silver light of your love next to me. Old river road, keep leading me home. Old river road, I've grown so tired. Old river road, melt and gravel and stone. Give me faith and light the way there with your fire. Give me faith and light the way there with your fire. 'Cause it's 100 miles till I get home to you. It's 100 miles till I get home to you.
A good way to find magic in everyday situations is to find that person, place, or material which gives you the most joy. Then, think about the steps to take to discover that joy experientially or emotionally. Examples of this include seeing a dear friend or family member, engaging in a creative or artistic activity, taking a walk and focusing on the simple beauty of nature, or turning inward by meditating or pursuing a spiritually meaningful moment. Any of these can help you find magic in the everyday.
Howie, is it better that I'm myself again?
Wait, are you me, or am I me, or me is me? Me?
Exactly. Our next guest will show you the innovative science behind cephalopods.
I don't know that word.
You know, like octopus.
Oh.
It's gonna blow your mind.
I'm Roger Hanlon of the Marine Biological Laboratory in Woods Hole, Massachusetts, and I'm a diving biologist. I do a lot of direct filming of animal behavior, especially the group of animals called cephalopods, and today especially the wily octopus. This animal is absolutely extraordinary because of its flexible arms, and we're going to take a look today at what a dancing octopus does and how it uses those extraordinary appendages. you wonder what's controlling all those 8 arms. There's a lot of coordination going on there. We are interested in how the brain controls the 8 arms, but we also know that each arm has the equivalent of a little miniature satellite brain. And we're trying to work now to understand what those little satellite brains do to make all this coordination happen down at the level of the individual arm or the arm next to it, but also the brain has to control all 8 of them. So that's one of our big goals. Moreover, we're interested in the suckers because an arm has got a certain number of uses, but they're very limited unless you have suckers. So the suckers are the sensory organs. They can taste and touch and smell everything that's going on. So sometimes I describe the octopus arm as an appendage that delivers the suckers somewhere to get some work done. And so the arm gets out there, the suckers latch onto something to hold it, they taste it, they smell it, they get the texture, and they send that information back to the brain so the animal can decide what to do with it. Our goal is to understand enough about the sensory capabilities and the locomotion capabilities and the other abilities of this flexible arm. And we would hope that this can be translated so that engineers can actually make a soft robotic arm. Imagine a soft robotic arm that could reach down into a crumbled building and retrieve information or from someone who's buried there, or to deliver drugs or a phone. Medical devices, if we had soft robotic arms that could go up veins and down the esophagus and so forth, and humans are very much in need. We're really hoping that this can be taken to the level where enough soft materials under control, strong and flexible, can be used in applications like that and many others. As soon as you have it, the applications will pour forward. I mean, I've just been fascinated by these animals my whole career. It started when I was an undergraduate in Florida, and during the summer, my brother was in the Army down in Panama, and I hitchhiked a plane ride down there on a military plane and visited him, and he wanted to get rid of me one day, and he took me out to a coral reef in Panama and said, "Get lost, don't get sunburned. Here's a mask and snorkel." And I literally swam out about 50 yards in a shallow, clear water, and the water wasn't 3 feet deep, and something blew water on my stomach, scared the crap out of me. I just leaped out of the water. Couldn't pick out anything would be blowing water on me. I was looking for a fish, right, or something. And I just concentrated, and then suddenly I saw this little movement. It was an octopus, and it was ventilating in the funnel. I just caught my eye, and then I realized here was this camouflage octopus. And I had just taken an invertebrate zoology course in college. I went, I love the octopus, and here's one right in front of me, man. So I watched it. I had a lot of patience. I just watched it snorkeling for half an hour, and it got accustomed to me, and it started moving, and it would change pattern and disappear right in front of my eyes. Then it'd do it again. I was hooked for life right then and there.
Today I'm here to show you 5 fun and easy exercises you can do at home. So the first one is a squat. So you're gonna stand with your feet shoulder width apart, your toes pointed out slightly, then you're going to drop your hips nice and low, come down, and then push up off the ground. And if that's too challenging for you, then you can do them on your couch. All you have to do is sit down and stand back up. Okay? So with squats, do about 3 to 5 rounds, anywhere from 8 to 20 repetitions. We're gonna do mountain climbers. You can put your hands on your couch, come into a plank position, and kick your knees up towards your chest, okay? This one, instead of repetitions, you can do for time. Do about 30 seconds to a minute. Right. And next, we're gonna do a plank push-up. So with the plank push-up, feet shoulder width apart, bend your knees slightly, hold all the way forward to the ground. And then you're going to tip your head towards the ground and push away, okay? Now that should work on your shoulders and your triceps. And lastly, we're gonna do some dips. You can sit on your couch, put your hands outside of your hips, bring your butt off the couch, and then bend your elbows, lower your hips, and then push away, okay? If you find that this is too easy, you can straighten your legs to make it a little bit more challenging. Then bend your knees, bend your elbows, and drop your hips. Bounce it down.
Thanks, Santi. I'm feeling energized and pumped and not afraid anymore.
So you ready for some more magic?
You keep away from me, witch!
None of this is real.
I'm gonna need to think about that. Oh, Minita!
We've used that joke.
Here's Minita.
When I think about magic, I often think about object meditation. And the reason for that is this. Our mind has 5 functions: memory, sleep, imagination, perception, and misperception. Oftentimes, when we're interacting with someone or something in the world, it's clouded with 3 out of those 5 things, and that's misperception, imagination, and memory, because all of our experiences with things and people in the world influence how we see anyone or anything. So the idea of object meditation is really to just allow yourself to see something just as it is in this present moment. So go ahead and pick an object in your room, or you can focus on this. I have this simple little piece of amethyst. Start inhaling through the nose, holding for a moment, exhaling out the mouth. And allow your eyes to come to a soft focus. And literally just start observing this for exactly what it is. Taking away any thoughts you've had about amethyst before, any feelings you have about the shape of this stone. But just really observing. I observe the purple. I observe the white. I observe the sharp edge on the left. I observe that it's smaller than her hand. And just allow yourself to have these observations that are only based in what is currently going on with this object at this time. And then go ahead and just draw your awareness back to your body. What were you able to observe when you allowed yourself to see something as it really is? Not as we want it to be, not as we thought it would be. And that, to me, is magical.
Howie, you did your first magic trick. How do you feel?
I don't know how I feel about it. I feel strange.
Oh, if you think that's strange, just wait. Let's just have James start you with the basics.
Are we dealing with demons now? This has gone off the rails.
Boom, 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 da da da, boom, dum da 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 da, boom, dum da 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 da. Do da 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 ba ba da ba da 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 boo. Do da 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 do ba da da ba da da boom. Do da 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 da. In all seriousness, I actually do have a bit of a trick. I'm going to do a little bit of life numbers from your own life here. I can reach through here just to you, specifically you. And so I'm going to take 4 numbers. We're going to add them together. And we're going to see what number we come up with. So why don't we just take the year you were born? I couldn't possibly know that. There are thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people watching at home right now. Am I right? I'm right. Okay, so just take your calculator, punch in the year you were born, right? Now I want you to think back to a year that was a wonderful, beautiful year. Okay, I couldn't possibly know what year that is, right? So you just go in your mind, you put like, so you add that number to the last number, right? So you hit plus and then you added that number. So you have 2 numbers so far. The year you were born plus your special number. Okay, then the next number, why don't you just pick hit the plus button, and then you're gonna have to do a little math on this one. How many years ago was that? And then just put that into your phone as well. Okay, so I couldn't possibly know the year you were or how many years ago it was. So, and then I don't know, let's just pick something. How about how old you will be at the end of the year? Why not? We've got 4 numbers right there.
hopefully you added them all together. You're going to hit equals. How old you are at the end of the year is the last number. So now I'm going to look into the phone. I'm recording on a phone. Okay, now I'm going to look into, no, I need you to put, it should be, I only see 2 numbers. Normally, okay, so I see 2 numbers. I'm correct, right? There is a 0. Hold on. You know what? Add the person next to you. Show it to the person next to you. Make sure they see it too. I need to read. Yeah, see? You're much easier to read. I'm going to go with 4040. Thank you very much.